Hi guys, welcome to Cupcakes and Protein Shakes. I am your host, Savana Sharp, and I have a very special guest with me today. This is Michelle Simmons. Is that how
Hi.
you say your name right? I forgot to ask.
Yeah, Simmons.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. So she is a bikini pro, an IFBB Bikini Pro, and she was the overall bikini champion at Universe for the 2020
Yes.
NPC show. So I'm very excited for you to share your story. So I wanted to see how you're doing and how's it going tonight, and thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me on here. And I'm doing good. Um just
Great.
just chilling.
Yeah. Well, perfect. So I am really excited to talk about your story. I think there's like a lot of insight that you have to share. And
Yes.
but I don't want to get to the juicy details yet. So let's kind of just start
Okay.
slow, and we just want to get to know you first. So let's talk about, where are you from?
Okay, so I'm like 30 minutes out from Charleston, South Carolina. It's a little town of Moncks Corner. And I went to Berkeley High School. I don't know of your viewers or whoever's listening, but yeah, that's the high school I went to. I'm 27 years old, and I actually have a 28th birthday coming up in about 2 weeks. So,
So are you
yes,
so are you a Capricorn or are you
Aquarius.
Aquarius? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, happy early birthday. I
thank
do want to ask,
you.
you're welcome. So I want to ask you one important question that I ask all of my guests, and
Yeah.
is, are you team cupcake? Are you team protein shake?
Um, I'm gonna have to say protein shake.
Okay. And then what is your like ultimate favorite protein shake?
Okay, so Still Fit USA, they have this strawberry milkshake. It's like all of their flavors. I tried all of their flavors, but my favorite is the strawberry milkshake. And then my second favorite is chocolate peanut butter because that
Yes.
reminds me of like a Reese's, and that's my
Hmm.
favorite chocolate. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's my favorite too. I love Seal Fit. Like the chocolate with the peanut butter together is just, it's perfect.
it's perfect. Yeah.
Do you have any dieting hacks while we're on the topic of food? Like prep hacks that you have, like little secrets and your tips that you want to share?
So I'll share two with y'all. So
Okay.
the first one is fun. You can take a rice cake, and I like the either apple cinnamon or the caramel rice cake. And I take actually the protein powder, and I put maybe like a little bit of water just to get it pasty kind of, and
Yeah.
spread that on top of the rice cake, and it'll give it a sweet little, like a, you can add stevia if you want, but that's one little prep hack. And then the second one is the healthy one, of course. You can take
Hmm.
asparagus, and I put it in the air fryer, and it gives me like asparagus chips. So it's not Lay's chip or Tostitos, but
Right.
yes. But it gives me little asparagus or even zucchini. You can do it with zucchini and make you chips. So I like that. So if you if you're just really really hard down hungry, asparagus can't
Yeah.
hurt you. It really
No.
can't.
I've heard of the protein before, but I've never heard of the asparagus. So I'm definitely gonna have to try that one.
Yes, definitely try that and let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
For your like what can you tell me about your like your childhood in sports? Like when did you
Hmm.
start? Did you have like an athletic background? When did you
Yeah.
start training? Did you do sports before high school? What was that like for you?
Well, I did cheerleading, and I started that in sixth grade. Yeah, sixth grade. And then I also did track in eighth grade. So middle school, yeah, I ran a lot because in cheerleading we just ran. We ran, we did squats, and we did sit-ups. And I didn't really get in the weight room per se until like hard down weight training in college. It was my sophomore year in college. That's when I really did weights and like hit hard weights and stuff like that. And then of course when I started bodybuilding in 2016, 16, 17, that's when I started like really getting into the weights and trying to put on good muscle so everything, look right.
All right. And
Yeah.
when you were first training, did you
Uh-huh.
want to, like, initially, did you want to be a bodybuilder, or did you just do it for fun at first?
Well, no, I just worked out, to be honest, Savannah, to look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay. No shame in that at all.
Yeah, because like I used to think having muscles were nasty, but it shapes your body. So it was like once I started getting a little bit of muscle, I was like, okay, what can I do now? Like, can I be a trainer? So I tried to personal train for a little while, and I'm not patient enough, which I'm learning with patience. But I'm just not a patient person when it comes to training. So I was like, I need to do something else. So uh my ex-boyfriend, he got me into bodybuilding. He competed. So when I told him I wanted to do a show, he said, okay, well, we gotta look for a coach and um figure out what show you're gonna do and how many weeks out. And I was like, weeks out? I didn't know any of the term, like weeks out, peak week, regional, national, pro. I didn't know anything. I just knew I wanted to do something new. So bodybuilding was something new for me.
So I want to go back to something that you said about lifting heavy, how you're like, didn't want to be gross with muscles. What would
Hmm.
you say to the girl in the gym, or maybe she's even listening to this and she's
Yeah.
scared to lift heavy because she doesn't want to quote unquote look like a man or
Yeah.
get big, or they say things like, I just want to be toned or whatever. What do you
Uh-huh.
tell those girls?
Well, the funny thing is, when I used to go to the gym and I saw a bodybuilder in the gym, and I asked her, I said, "Oh my gosh, what do you do? Um, are you a bodybuilder?" And the way she answered me, I don't know her name, but I'll never forget her answer. She said, "We're all in here, we're all bodybuilders because we're all building our body. You're just building your body a different way than I am." So a lot of people, they ask me, how do you get your shoulders and back so nice? And I'll explain to them what exercises I do. So I'm like, I just explain it to them because some people aren't knowledgeable. They just think that they have to do squats and cardio and they can get the body that they want. But you got an upper body too.
Right?
So yeah.
Great. I like that.
Yeah.
When did you first make the decision that, okay, I do want to do a show? Or is
Mhm.
your boyfriend, he kind of maybe talked you into it, but when did you decide, like, okay, let's do this. I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, so I think when I mentioned it to him, when we first started dating, this my ex or whatever. So
Hmm.
when I saw him doing it, I did some more research on it, so I can have something to talk about when we talk or whatever. So I saw what's her name? Bianca Berry, and I saw like Ashley Janelle and India Paulino. Like I saw all those girls and I said, okay, I can do this look because I thought I was looking at figure and physique. That's the kind of
Yes.
bodybuilding I was thinking about. And I was like, okay, no, I can do bikini. That should be easy. So when I told him that I wanted to do bikini, he said, okay. So it was a show in Charleston. Junior USA's was the show I saw, but he said you got to get qualified for it. And I told him, I said, well, how do I get qualified? Put me in the show today.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first show was actually in Charleston, and I did most of my shows in like the Carolinas, like North Carolina, South Carolina, and I think, yeah, that was about it. Yeah, the farthest I went was Pennsylvania. That was for North Americans in 2018. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that, but I want to know, when you were growing up, who were like your idols, and then
Mm-hmm.
also what did you think you wanted to be when you grew up as a kid?
Oh, so I hopped from different careers. At first, I wanted to be a veterinarian
Uh-huh.
because every animal that came in the yard, I wanted to rescue. But my mom and dad said, no, ma'am. Like any dog or cat, even a rabbit. It was just, I was just so interested in animals and like horses and all of that. And then my career switched to being a police officer. I dressed up as that for Halloween, and I was like, no, I need to do something that I can like, I really, really love. So then I wanted to be a professional cheerleader.
Wow, you have
Yeah.
so many different paths.
Yeah, I went from like, it was just so many um different things that I wanted to do.
Right.
But I ended up going to school for accounting.
Are you, do you have a
Yeah.
passion for numbers?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So at
Okay.
first I started with education because I was like, okay, I can be a math teacher. But I did a student teaching and it did not it did not
What
work out there.
happened?
Oh, those kids, and I wanted to teach math to like maybe
Uh-huh.
kindergarten to fifth grade. So that was early. Well, early childhood would be kindergarten to second grade ish. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to do math with kiddies, but they were just all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's like you can't be their friend. You have to be their teacher and like an adult. You can't be on
Yeah.
the same level with them. Like I just get kids is a weakness for me. I get so because they're so cute, and yeah. But
Do you want to have kids one day?
oh, one day, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, one day.
Nice. Well, okay. What about now? So who do you look up to, even though now that a lot of people look up to you? Who are your biggest influences, or who are your idols?
Well, just in general or in the
Yeah,
sport.
like anyone that inspires you.
Um, well, I'll just start with in the sport. I feel like I haven't, well, I think Angelica, I haven't personally met her, but just by watching interviews on like NPC News Online and just seeing how she carried herself is really like amazing, like how she is. And I hope I get to meet her one day. And also, I still look up to India Paulino. I always message these people in hopes that they message me back. And so she did message me back the other day. And I was like, I looked up to you as an amateur and now as a pro. I hope we can share the stage one day. And she messaged me back. So that just
Oh, that's
blew me
amazing. I love
away.
that story. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And also one more, Brina Martinez. When I did
Yes.
the Arizona Pro, she noticed me before I noticed her. So I went crazy when I got back to the back to my room. I was like, she noticed me. So yeah. But just in life, also Megan Good is a inspiration to me as well as an actor and how she carries herself. So
Okay. I
yeah.
that moment I want to talk about it. So when your like idols become your rivals at the pro level,
Oh yeah.
how did you feel going into your first pro show?
Pro show.
Yes.
Um, I felt good. And it's just when I like now you see who's gonna be there.
Right. Yeah, you
So
know the list.
yeah, so it kind of like excites me because I get to meet these girls first of all, and then of course we all compete to win. So just standing by them, I just feel like, well, amongst them, I just feel honored and just, I have to focus on my package because we all look good at that level. Like everyone looks amazing. So it's just bringing your best literally from head to toe. And I get excited when I see, I just simply get excited when I see the list. So yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of dive into what are you currently doing for work? Are you, yeah, what are you doing?
So I work as a government contractor, and that's where I do my accounting, the budget, finance. So I'm doing what I went to school for. So that's amazing. And I've been doing that for 5 years. And well, this year be year 6.
Okay.
And yeah, so I did that right out of college. I graduated from college in 2015. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you'll be doing that forever?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that job. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I can move up. Like I've already had 2 promotions within the 5 to 6 years. So I know it's only going to get better. So I plan to stay there for a while. Well, a little bit longer.
Yeah. So do you work like traditional hours? Like
Yeah,
Monday through
Monday
Friday?
through Friday, yeah. And then I also work a part-time job at a retail at Nike, the outlet.
Okay. How does that work with your training schedule? Like if you're prepping or off season, like what do your
Uh-huh.
weeks look like to balance all of those things?
So Monday through Friday is it varies because I don't work at my part-time job every day, but the days I do, those are like 12 plus hour days. So I'm not well, it used to be hard, but now that I'm working from home, it's really easy. So
No.
I'll get up in the morning. If I have fasted cardio, I'll do my cardio, then log on for work. And then if I have to go to my part-time, I'll do that and then get my training done late at night. Because I have a membership at Planet Fitness, so they're 24 hours. So
Okay. It
yeah,
seems
so they'll,
you make it
yeah.
seem so easy. Oh yeah, I just
Yeah,
wake up and do my training and cardio. No big deal. I'm
well,
busy.
yeah, at first it used to be hard. Like when I first started competing, um, I would dread like getting up in
Yeah.
the morning because I would have to get up. Like I get all my stuff together before the night before, like my meals and everything, water, breakfast, everything is to go when I was going in
Right.
the office. But now that I'm home, I can go outside, do my cardio in the morning, or if I have fasted, then I'll come back in and I can log on for today and get the work done. So
Okay. So yeah, a typical day in prep, you just get it done and
get
everything's
it
to go.
done. Yeah.
Perfect. So what was it like to prep during COVID and how did that affect your training and did you
Mhm.
have to work out from home?
Yeah. Yeah, so last January, I think the gym shut down in Charleston. I want to say it had to have been January, somewhere around between January to April. I was home, so I was doing, everyone was doing resistant bands and
Yeah.
um, ankle weights. I have sliders. I have uh, 5 pound, 10 pound dumbbells. Had to do 100 reps with those little weights. And I did most of my cardio outside. I sprinted. I ran. I did jump rope. All that good stuff. I have a few stairs coming up to my house, so I did that as well. So I made it work. I did a little bit of kickboxing. I actually love cardio kickboxing, so I did that sometimes too. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Um, is that a good workout?
Oh yeah, yeah. One workout, I think I burned like 500 calories.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, because like some people think that exercise and diet has to be on a treadmill and it has to be lifting weights, but you're proof that you can get in shape in any type of way, bands, you can do it at home, you can do it kickboxing, you can
Yep.
do it any way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just switched around because running outside was a little boring. And sprinting can get tough on my knees and joints. So I just did cardio kickboxing, maybe like a HIIT cardio circuit or something like that.
Was it hard to stay motivated during that time when the gyms were closed?
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah. But I just always think about like what, like my why. I always go back to my why whenever I get down or whenever I have an emotional day or whenever I'm low on carbs.
Right.
But yeah, I just always think back like I can't give up. Like I can't just not do this. I mean, I could, but then I'm just going to beat myself up if I don't do this workout because I mean, you're working towards a goal. So it's like when you don't do a work, or if you don't do something, like if you actually can't physically work out, like with your health or something like that, I'm not telling you to, risk your health, but if you're just
Right.
tired, just try to find the strength from wherever. And those days, some of those days I pulled energy from I don't know what, and I got the work done. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So let's see about competition history. So in the NPC, how
Mhm.
did your first show go? How did your first ever prep go?
Okay, so my first show was great, and I placed fourth in novice and in open. And then going into the prep, I was super excited. And then I think about 4 weeks in, when when was that? That was like Mother's. Okay, my show was in August. So I started in March, I think. So we had Mother's Day that went through, and I think it kind of got to me then when I couldn't eat with my mom for Mother's Day because
Yeah.
we took her out to dinner, and I guess I was in my head like I can't eat this, or I can't try to substitute anything because it wasn't on my meal plan, because that's what I go by, a meal plan. I don't really do flexible dieting or anything. So I think that was rough. But once I got over that, I'm like, we can go out after the show. So I'm glad I got that mentality at first, because if I didn't, I would be, I don't know what I would do. But yeah, my first show, it ran smoothly. I did a lot of research on what kind of suit to get, and my posing coach at the time, she told me about jewelry companies and hair companies and just everything to get everything together. So that was good. I did my own makeup for my first show. Well, I've actually been doing my makeup for all the shows that I did, except for the my first pro show. I had someone else do my makeup, but I did my makeup, got my suit from Angels. That was my first suit, the lime green suit. And yeah, it was just fun. With the spray tan experience was a little weird.
So you went and you went and got your spray tan done for the first time.
Yes, and that
So
was weird.
so it is crazy that you literally walk into a room of strangers and they're like, okay, get naked,
Yep.
and you're kind of like, what do you mean? I knew this was gonna happen, but then in person you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess this is what's gonna happen right now. So
Right.
it's a little scary as a new competitor, but
Yeah, it was just a little weird, and then you're low body fat, it's cold in there,
yeah.
and you're just ready to put your clothes on and get in your bed. So,
All right. You talked about your posing coach. Who's your posing coach?
oh, so back then my posing coach, her name was Keisha, and now my posing coach is Sonia. She's a IFBB pro, bikini pro. Sonia Lewis.
Okay. And then who was your coach for your first show?
My coach for my first show, his name was Dean. He was in North Carolina, and we
Okay.
did online. So all of my coaching and stuff was online. I try to make a trip like every once in a while so they can physically see me.
Yeah.
And so now my coach that coached me to Universe, his name is Coach Law, and he's out of Atlanta.
Okay. And I want
Yeah.
to talk about how you got introduced to your coach, because it's kind of
Now.
like yes, it's kind of like an
Uh-huh.
untraditional story, isn't it? Like how
Yeah,
you came
so
onto the team.
I actually knew Law. I met him at my first show. Him and my ex-boyfriend, they're good friends. So yeah, so that's how we initially met each other. But how he became my coach was at the end of 2019. I was just ready to give up competing because that was the lowest placing I've ever gotten in like ever. And I was like, okay, this maybe isn't for me. So I just didn't want to do it anymore. But Coach Law and Team Outlaw Fit, they were doing a holiday giveaway. So they were giving away a free 16-week prep to 2 people, and then also 2 other people would get a free lifestyle coaching as well. So I entered it, and they chose me. So I was like, oh wow. So I was like, okay, let me not give up yet. So I told him, I said, well, what show are we gonna do? And he was just trying to like feel out, like, we did like a 30-day, because he always does like a 30-day trial with his clients to figure out their scheduling, like just figure out their mindset, what type of food is good for them, and if we're gonna be serious, basically.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, so we did that, and that's when COVID happened. And so I was like, oh, I can't get in the gym, so I have to
Yeah.
do my best with these home workouts and stuff. So yeah, we finally started the 16-week prep in August for Universe. Yeah.
Okay, 16 weeks.
Yeah.
And then what was your starting weight and what was your show rate if you kept track?
So my starting weight in January, I think I was about 150, Savannah.
It's okay. That's kind of where I'm at too right now, and deep
Yeah.
in the off season. It's not a fun place to be, but
No, but I'm 5'4", and I was
oh,
150. Yes.
that's
Ow.
that's quite it's quite a bit.
That was thick. Thick, 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 thick,
Yeah.
thick, thick.
Team thick. It's okay. You can just wear sweatshirts in the winter, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I
And
really, yeah. And then my stage weight, I think I was maybe about 117, 119.
oh wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of progress.
Yes.
So, did it ever get to a point where you started to plateau during your prep?
Um, yeah, I was in about the 130s for a while.
Yeah,
And I wasn't trying to stress, first of all, because it can show on your body.
right.
And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just be on stage at 124, because I have been on stage at 124 before. And I was like, no, I can't settle for that weight. I gotta be lower.
Right.
So at that point, we just kept doing the same thing, and carb cycling. We did that, and that's amazing. Like, I never heard of carb cycling until I started competing, and it's just amazing how what food and water and salt can do to your body. And I'm like, okay, but the carb cycling really helped with my weight and my look. So
Were you doing it twice a week, once a week? What was it like?
it was like one high day, a half day, then like 3 low days, and then back like that.
Uh-huh.
kind of. And then some
Oh,
days it was low carbs, then I'll have a high, then low. Yeah. So we kind of played around with food a lot. So,
okay.
hmm
I like that. So when you're getting ready for this show, what was going through your mind? Like
for
when you're
universe.
training, yeah, like when you were training that entire
Mhm.
time, because it's a long prep and what's going through your head? Like what's your mantra? What are you saying to yourself when it gets hard? What are you thinking about?
I keep saying to myself, it's all gonna be worth it at the end of the day. At the end of the tunnel, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and all of the hard work and me being emotional and me doubting myself and sometimes just being to myself, because some like when I get under pressure and when I feel like it's not gonna go right, sometimes I shut down and I just not talk to anyone. But I just always see that like I'm gonna come back. Like I wanted to give up, but then I was like, it's gonna be my comeback season. So that was like my hashtag since from the beginning of 2020 all the way till the end. So that was like my thing, comeback season. Because even though I wanted to give up, I was like, no, I had to come back even stronger than what I was before. Stronger physique and
Yep.
stronger mindset. So
So let's go back to that comeback. So let's go to, was it 2019?
yes, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that placing. What show was it before you almost gave up?
Well, like because I did two shows in
Okay.
2019. So I did Palmetto Classic in Columbia, and that's where I got an overall win. I was the overall bikini champ at the regional show, and that show they paid for me to go to Junior USA. So I was like, okay. And by this time, my physique looked different than the last time I did Junior USA's, and I got third in 2018, and I was the first national show I did. But then when I did this show and I got third call outs, I was like, I just, I was like, what happened? Like that, the show was literally 2 weeks apart. And I was just like so high, still on cloud nine. And then my heart just dropped when I got third call outs, and it was bad. I didn't even go back to finals, I think. No, I don't think I went back to finals because
Really?
I was that upset. And
Yeah,
that's bad sportsman. Like,
I know.
yeah, it's bad. But yeah, after that, I just, had my cheat meal, a couple of cheat meals.
Right.
And I just had to regroup and see if I really still wanted to do this. Because, yeah, it really played with my mind for real.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this, so I did
Hmm.
USA's and I got third call outs just at
Wow.
USA's. Because I did North Americans, got second call out. So I was like, I have to improve. I was like, okay, let's try
Yeah.
to get first. And then I kind of in placing backslid, even though I felt I had made some progress. So
Yeah.
I feel your pain,
Hmm.
and it's hard until you experience it, because it really, we try to say things like you shouldn't um put your, everything that you do into placing, right? Placing
Right.
doesn't mean anything, but at the end of the day, we're competitive and we
Yes.
want, you want to win. So
Yes.
when we're training, we're not thinking like, I'm gonna be perfectly fine if I get dead last. Like, no one's doing that. It's
No.
just being able to accept it for what it is, and that it
Hmm.
is a subjective sport, and there will be times where you will make improvements and you won't get it, because the best physique and the hardest working person on the stage doesn't win all the time, which is kind of
Right.
hard mentally. I think mentally this is a really hard sport. So
Yeah.
On once that's going on, um, like, did you get any feedback from the judges, or did you take some time off? How did
So
you rebound?
yeah,
Like,
so I honestly, after that show, I went backstage, I grabbed everything, and I was like, I'll talk to people later. So one of the girls, that she wasn't one of the judges, but she knew me because I've competed a lot in South Carolina. So she reached out to me on Instagram, and she said, you looked amazing 2 weeks ago. I don't know what happened within those 14 days, but you need to make a decision, and you need to make it quick. And I already knew what she was talking about, like switching coaches and stuff like that, or even doing the sport anymore. So I told my coach, I said, I'm just not going to compete the rest of the year, and I'm just going to do my own thing. So we part ways after that show. And I just, I ate and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my friends and my family. Christmas, Thanksgiving was amazing. And yeah, I still was working out and training, and I didn't want to fall too off with losing muscle or anything. So um and then when the giveaway happened, I guess that pepped me back up to compete, because I knew how Law brought his girls to the stage. So I was like, okay, I want to look like them. I want him to coach me to be better than what I was last year, or the last couple of years. So that's why I was like, yeah, this giveaway, I hope I nail it. And I did. So yeah.
I know. So do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
I do. I do believe
Yeah,
that.
I think
Yeah.
so. Because I think that maybe it would have pushed you harder on that
Mhm.
next prep because you had something to prove, you know?
Yeah.
You had a lot of
And
things to do.
yeah, and then another thing, Savannah, Universe is always supposed to be in New Jersey, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so for it to be in Charleston, like it's 30 minutes away from me. And
Yeah.
I was like that. I said it would be so amazing to get my pro card and have my family and everyone see me get my pro card. So I know that God works in, like, he works in good ways, and it was all a part of his plan to move things around in order
Yeah.
for things to happen. And I do agree with you. Things do happen for a reason. So
Yeah.
it was all in his plan.
It was all
And
meant to be. You just had to
yes.
get over some things. When you went to your first national show, did you
Mhm.
expect to do as well as you did getting third place on your first ever national show?
I didn't expect it, but I knew I wanted to get first call outs at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to get first call outs. I didn't want to get anything lower than top five. So
Right.
yeah. So getting third place, that was great. So
Yeah. And then when you are in comparisons
mhm,
and they're starting to move people around,
mhm.
what's going through your mind when you're on stage? Like, where's your head at when you're on stage? Are you thinking of something? Like, what's that self-talk look like?
I'm like, can y'all move me to the middle?
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, can
awesome.
y'all move me at least close to the middle? Cause
Right.
I've been on the end, and
Uh-huh.
it's very awkward to do comparisons on the end because you have to
Uh,
angle yourself so the judges can look at you. So I'm like, I need to be in the middle or somewhere in the mid so y'all can get a good look at what I've
yeah.
been working on. So yeah, I really, being in the middle is just what I've always, like, when I was looking at bodybuilding competitions when I first started. Um, yeah, everybody's like, being in the middle is a
Yeah.
perfect spot because the judges have a perfect view on you. So, and even on the side, you still got to keep it tight on the side too. So,
How
yeah.
often do you practice your posing?
Right now I just started practicing maybe 3 to 4 times a week, and I
Okay.
practice for like 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. I try not to do more than an hour because it can hurt.
Yeah, it does hurt.
Yeah.
Did you get feedback after Universe?
Universe, yeah, Sandy, she said to go straight into a pro show. So she said I look great, and just to see how I am amongst everyone else. So that's what I did. So I went to Arizona and did that show. And with me placing 10th out of top 10 at my first pro show, I think it was like 27 girls there.
Yeah.
That was amazing because I think 8 or 9 of them were Olympians. So it was me and another girl in the top 10 that wasn't an Olympian. So yeah, I
Is
felt
that
amazing. Yeah.
is going to Olympia your next goal?
Oh yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I want to be there this year. So let's pray.
Are you gonna try to qualify on points, or are we trying to win a pro show?
Um, well, I told myself that the next show I do, I want to win. Well,
Okay.
top 5. And then if I win, then that'll be great. So, and I think when you win a pro show, you do go to Olympia. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
was your prep like amateur versus pro prep different?
It was.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
What was
Well,
different about it?
I'll say going into Universe was a little bit different, but when I did my first national show, uh I kind of my second one, I'm sorry, my second one, I kind of slacked off a little bit because at that point I was kind of tired, and my I didn't do my cardio as much. I trained though. I lift the weights because it's something I just like weights better than cardio. And
Mhm.
yeah, cardio is boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I'm a pro, it's like it's different because it's like every single thing that you do and every single thing that you think as well, because your mindset is very important in prep. Is much as important as your physical is important. So it's definitely different now. So
Is there, for like with pro shows, like going from like being an amateur to a pro, is there anything about being a pro that you didn't expect?
hmm. um I guess I'll just have to see this year because last year when I did my pro show, um I didn't see much of a difference. I mean, it was less girls. But other than that, the pro it, oh there is yeah the pros, they are so welcoming. Like everyone was like so excited to meet me, as much of excited I was to meet them. But it seems like amateur, like everyone's side-eyeing you, or something like that. Or
Yeah.
I'm like, why y'all being catty? Just be happy.
Yeah.
But I guess that's one difference that really stuck out to me, was the pro being a pro, they're more welcoming. I mean, we're still competing against each other, but backstage we're like, oh, you go girl, or you look great, or I love your suit, I love your hair, like everything looks great. After finals, we all took pictures and shared treats and stuff with each other. So yeah, it was really fun. So I think
Well,
that's like the one difference.
do you have any pro shows planned this year?
Yeah, so as of today, I'm 10 weeks out.
Oh, wow. So is that like, is that May or April or?
April, yeah.
Okay. What
Yes.
what show are we doing? What is that show?
So we're gonna do World Clash, and that's in Orlando.
Okay. Well, best of
Yeah.
luck to you. I'm excited to see you on the stage.
Thank you. I'm excited as well. I did Border Clash. It was like when it was a pro amateur show, and I think that was the first time I saw a pro bikini, and I was
Yeah.
like,
What's your stage? Do you have your stage look planned, or what kind of suit color are you wearing? What hair, makeup?
hair. Hair. I normally like the middle part. I don't know if I want to do body waves or straight. I have done straight before, but it wasn't me. So I like the curls and the waves. And makeup, I think I'll probably do my makeup this year because I love doing my makeup. Like that doesn't stress me out. But I enjoy turning on my music 5 o'clock in the morning, do my makeup, And
Right.
for suit color, I have the turquoise, but I think I might get Angels to make me a new color. So you'll have to
Oh, we'll have to
see.
see.
Yes, I get my swatches in the mail soon, so I'm gonna like hold it up against
Uh-huh.
me and see what's what. So, but I,
Okay.
I think I have a color that I'm leaning towards, but y'all have to see April 3rd.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely be looking for you. So let's do a couple of future goals. So what do you want to have
Mhm.
accomplished in the next 5 years?
Okay, so both bodybuilding and personal.
Yes, anything.
Yeah. Okay, so in the next 5 years, I want to compete well, first I want to win my pro show. And then I want to, of course, compete at the Olympia. And then also in those 5 years, I just want to be the better version of myself. Also, I'm 25. I'm 27. Sorry, 27. So the next 5 years, I do want to get married and have. Okay, maybe that's in the next 10.
Okay.
We can start by getting married first. I don't know
Okay.
about the kids part. Maybe the next 5 years after this five. But yeah, I do want to get married, and I do want to own a home, and yeah, just that's about it. Olympia, win my first pro show, Olympia, get married, just be the best version of myself, and yeah, hopefully purchase a home as well.
Okay.
So,
I like that. So
and
I will,
also financially, be better financially as well too.
okay. I like
Yeah.
those too. So
Hmm.
if you would have quit in 2019, what do you think you would be doing today?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I
Um,
know.
so today, I probably another thing that's on my list. I would probably get a certification in cardio kickboxing. I probably would have went and did that. I still can do that, but I just feel like I want to. I get really under pressure, like when I don't prioritize things in a timely manner, I do get like overwhelmed. So I'm gonna save body kickboxing for later. But in 2020, if I didn't compete, I probably would have got that certification and been teaching cardio kickboxing classes.
That's so
So
interesting. That's
yes.
so it's still in fitness, but it's just a little different.
Oh, it's a stress reliever too. Like I put on some gloves and I just, whenever I'm worked up in my emotions, I turn it on and I just forget about everything that's going on in the world and just knock it out,
Knock it
literally.
out. All right, let's do a few fun questions. We're kind of getting towards the end of our hour. As far as training goes, what is your favorite exercise ever?
I would say I like jump squats because that's what I started with.
Oh,
I started with doing just simply jump squats, jump lunges, um, yeah, anything like jump squats and jump lunges. And then once I uh, knew about the resistant bands, because I didn't know about resistant bands when I first started working out. I just did dumbbells
right.
and cable stuff and leg press, but I love jump squats. And now that I do them with the uh, resistant bands, that really works my legs and my butt. So yeah, that's like
Okay.
my all-time favorite exercise. I actually do those in between sets when I'm working out. Jump
Oh,
squats. Yeah.
I've never I've never heard someone say jump squats. I was like, if normally it's like lateral raises or they say like hip bridges or whatever. So that's one I'm definitely gonna have to add.
Oh
When you're
yeah.
training, do you listen to music? And then if so, what type?
Okay, so when I used to work out when I do work out by myself, I turn on Pandora because I listen to Cardi B's radio. And that's on leg day. But when I'm doing like a shoulder workout, I want them to be more slow and controlled. So I'll turn on Janae Aiko. She has a slower, uh, lower tone of voice than Cardi B.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then what's your favorite post-show meal or cheat meal?
Pizza,
Oh,
pizza,
no,
pizza.
no, no, no.
Cheese pizza with extra cheese and more cheese and then Parmesan cheese. Just cheese pizza. That's all I want.
Oh my gosh. I hate pizza. I literally can't
What?
stand it. Yeah, I don't know why, but this last prep, I literally just the smell of it, I can't look at pizza anymore. I don't know what happened, but
Oh
something happened.
no.
I will give you all my pizza.
Yes. So what's your favorite cheat meal then?
It's kind of weird. Like I would rather go for sweets over anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
I think I'm more of like a steak person or a burger
Oh,
person,
oh,
you
okay,
know?
yeah.
But really, I like the fries, the sweet potato fries, really probably
Mm-hmm.
better than the burger.
Well, see, when I get like a refeed or something, it's either sushi or a burger.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah,
sushi for sure. Like
yeah.
sushi all the way. I love
But
sushi.
after the show, I want some donuts and then I want
Uh-huh.
pizza to eat.
Yeah. We're getting close to the end, so I'm almost at the end, but I
Okay.
want to talk about like two more different things. I think these ones are really good ones to end on. So,
Okay.
what is the biggest lesson that bodybuilding has taught you?
Uh, so the biggest lesson that bodybuilding has taught me is to like never to not give up, literally, and to always stay strong minded as well. Because I had this mindset when I used to play sports and do track. It's like you always you have to beat the time that your personal time, and you can't try to beat someone else. Of course, in the race, you are beating somebody else, but you just got to do your best. So, and regardless of what the results is after the show, just know that you were better than how you started. You were better. You lost that 20 pounds, or you lost that 30 pounds, or however many pounds you lost. It's just you were better than when you started. So that's why I just always think back to like never giving up, because when you do, then you be like, oh wow, like look where I started, and then I'm just gonna give up. Like I can't stop.
I
So
like
yeah.
that. All right, are you ready for your final question?
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think that you are going to have to change about your current habits or daily routine in order to win a pro show and qualify for Olympia?
You got the
Oh,
good ones.
I do. I always say one little one for the end.
Oh, okay, what will I have to change? Um, I guess I'll have to, like, I'm a people's person, so I want to make everyone around me happy. And I want to, go to parties and events.
Yeah.
Well, COVID is kind of like limited now, but
Yeah.
like little gatherings, I have to say no, and that like really like is hard for me to do. So that's one thing I would really have to change, is just be more to myself and focus on what I'm doing. And I feel like the right people in your life, they'll understand what you're doing and they won't take it to heart when you say no. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just got to really focus like 110% in order to win my show so I can go to Olympia. Then the focus is going to be like 200% at that
Mm-hmm.
point. Because
All
you're
right.
going
Well,
against the best of the best. And I always have to keep in mind that just do your best better than what you were before. So,
yeah. Well, I'm super excited to see you compete this year, and I wish you like the best
yeah.
of luck. I can't wait to see which suit you decide. And
Yeah.
I want to know where our listeners can find you on social media, what your handles and links are.
Okay. So, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Belle Michelle. That's Bellee, and then Michelle with 3 E's. And then I'm also on Facebook. It's Michelle Brianna. So yes, you can follow me
Okay.
on there, guys.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, and I wish you a best season. I think we
Yeah,
had some really good insight, and so we just want to remind everyone never to give up, no matter who
right.
you are when you're listening to this. That is our biggest advice from this episode. Thank you guys. So Cupcakes and Protein Shakes is actually doing a Valentine's Day giveaway that I want to tell you about really quick. So I have partnered with 3 amazing companies. That is at Fro Bandy Cakes and at West Coast Confections and at Angel Competition Bikinis. You can obviously follow them on Instagram. They are giving away 2 Valentine's Day cookies from Fro Bandy Cakes, and West Coast Confections is giving away 2 brownies that are their Valentine's Day brownies, and Angel Competition Bikinis is giving away a donut posing suit. So, how do you enter the giveaway? 1, make sure that you're subscribed to my podcast on iTunes. Head over to my personal page, that is at Savana Sharp Fitness. Make sure you're following me, and then also go to my post. You'll see the giveaway posts, and just make sure you like it, and then comment done after you followed everyone that is tagged, subscribed on iTunes, and done. That's all you have to do. If you want to get extra entries, you can shout out the giveaway on your like Instagram stories and tag everybody. You can also tag a friend in the comments of our giveaway post on Instagram to get extra entries. There's no purchase necessary. You have to live in the United States, and contest is not affiliated with Instagram or iTunes in any way. Winner will be announced February 10th at 8 a.m. via my personal Instagram story post, and I'm also going to announce it here on Cupcakes and Protein Shakes. I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I'm doing this giveaway for you, for the listener, because you guys have literally give me so much. I want to give you something. So one lucky winner is going to win 2 cookies, 2 brownies, and a posing suit, which is the best Valentine's Day gift ever from me to you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing week.